Ryan in the green shirt, give us a wave. By the way, everybody on the call, if you put your cursor above the person's head, you'll see their name. Oh, actually, they stay there all the time. Michael is a Signworld owner in Overland Park, Kansas. Michael, how long have you been in business?
2 years this month.
2 years this month. Congratulations. And how many square feet are you in?
2,888.
2,888. There's a man who knows his stuff. How many employees are you up to now, Michael?
We're just 5 on staff.
And what's your goal for gross sales for 2017?
$1 million.
Okay. Next, let's say hello to Scott Proctor. Scott, give us a wave. Scott, somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, as you can tell by the background. Where do you live, Scott?
A little west of Portland, Oregon, on the way to the coast.
The town? What's the
Hillsboro,
town?
Oregon.
Hillsboro, Oregon. Okay. And Scott, how long have you been in business?
18 years.
Say again.
18 years.
Handset. If you can pick up the handset, we could hear you clearly.
18 years.
All right. And how many employees are you up to then?
3 full-time, 2 part-time, and my wife and I.
All right. 5. And what's your gross sales goal for this year?
My goal for this year is $1.5 million. We did $1.3 million last year.
Okay, great. Jeff Miller goes away. Jeff Miller from Divine Signs in Schaumburg, Illinois. Jeff, how long have you been in business?
We are in our 14th year.
14th year. And how many square feet are you in?
We occupy 5,500 of a 9,000 square foot facility that we're creeping into every couple of months. So,
and how many employees are you up to?
16.
16. And what is your projection for 2017?
3.1 million.
3.1. Okay. And last but not least, Jack Werner. Jack gives ladies. Jack Werner started as a Signworld owner in Orange County, California, and ran your business for how long, Jack?
I ran it for 10 years. I started with 1 employee, ended up with a crew of 11. I ended up at 5,000 square feet, doing about 1.3 million.
And Jack ran his business for about 10 years, sold it, joined me as corporate step-out, and then Jack took over Signworld several years ago, and he is now the president and the owner. And I'm the founder of the company and decided to stick around. Okay, Jack, do you have a couple of short definitions for us, and then we'll do a show slideshow?
2 things I'd like to share, both with you that are here looking at businesses, as well as some of the coaches that have been joined on the call to understand it better. Signworld was set up not as a franchise, but as a business opportunity, a license agreement. We're not here to say this better and franchise is not good, because you won't find another organization like us that gives ongoing training and support. But we're different. Because of the custom fabrication, because of the unique market that we're in, the repeatable customers, Signworld was set up to not have common names of the operations, to not have to require to follow or to not pay royalties. So we're a unique organization that gives ongoing support with more flexibility than a franchise does. We tend to attract leaders rather than followers, people that want help and support in getting the business set up and running it, but don't want to be controlled. Each of these operations that you are seeing here today are very different from each other as far as customers, projects, procedures that they operate under. More flexibility than a franchise might give. We realize if you don't join Signworld, you're going to join a franchise. So we're not here to say that they're bad. We're just different. The second comment I'd like to make is that trying to explain to you the difference between us and a printer. The printer is going to do the brochures, letterheads, business cards, envelopes, the paper items that you hold in your hand to read. We're doing all the other graphics that you might see in the world, everything from vehicle wraps to construction site signs to building signs, trade show booths, etc. It's all the unusual production that typically requires an installation in addition to production. while the internet has hurt the printing business, it's our best friend. You'll hear from owners here that an awful lot of their new business comes from the website, more as a lead generation, not as an order site. So while the printing business is stagnant, the sign business continues to grow. Ken, go ahead with your slideshow.
Okay. Mark Rumford, if you're dialed in through your computer, could you maybe hang up and dial in through your telephone? Or if you're not, could you turn your speakers off for us? We'd appreciate it. Okay. Give me a second, folks.
Still waiting, good. Now we have the dots.
Okay. We're going to talk about a manufacturing business, ladies and gentlemen. There's only 4 types of businesses in the world today. 1 is manufacturing, 2 is distribution, 3 is retail, and 4 is a service business. The good thing about a manufacturing business is in almost every case, when it comes time to sell your business and retire, a manufacturing business will always sell for a lot more money than a distribution business, a retail business, or a service business. Along with the manufacturing business, in most cases, comes regular hours of 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. This is Signworld, your full-service sign companies. We're going to teach you all about indoor and outdoor signs. We charge no royalties. It's a one-time fee only. We have no rules. Starts with a name. Name it whatever you want to name. Again, manufacturing. You are manufacturing a tangible product. In many cases, you're manufacturing a disposable product. Therefore, a repeat customer. 98% of all the signs in the world are indoors. For those of you on the call, if you could mute yourself, please, as well as our panel of sign room owners. Everybody, if you could mute yourself, we'd appreciate it very much. 98% of 98%. Is that me, Jack, causing the echo?
No, I think you're okay.
98% of all the signs in the world are indoors. The average life is 30 days. They're made out of paper, cardboard, banners, inexpensive plastic-like materials, and they're thrown away. In December, they all say Happy Holidays, Christmas. In January, they say half off and clearance. In February, up until a couple of weeks ago, they said Valentine's Day, and then they were changed the day after to say February sale and so forth. That's where the money is the repeat customer. Start with yourself and 1 employee. We're going to help you find them, interview them, test them, and they can go to all of our training processes. It's a 1 location business. When you outgrow your space, you move a couple of blocks away, a mile away to twice the space. In some cases, we have owners who own their own buildings. Again, those of you on the call, if you could mute yourself, I would appreciate it very much. It's business to business. Your business are all the other businesses. Your customers are all the other businesses in town. No matter how small the business, no matter how big the business. Your hours posted on your door are 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. You are not open and available to your customers at night and on the weekends or over the holidays. You're home with your family. 80% of your gross annual sales will come from your top 20 customers. Now, you'll have 100 customers or more. You'll take care of them every year. But 80% of your money will come from your top 20. Total investment all in, $195. That includes $25,000 of working capital. Signworld's been in business since 1988, 29 years, and we've had no legal action of any kind. We've never, ever been sued. We've never, ever sued anyone. We've never been to mediation, arbitration. We're very, very proud of that record. That has to tell you something about how we run our company. You're going to get outstanding support. not only from our corporate staff, but from our over 300 owners. We're family. We're friends. Our owners talk to each other all the time. They work on projects together and share the profits. They share employees. They share supplies. They get together, talk stories. Some of our owners even go on vacation together. What sets Signworld apart? No rules, no royalties, weekly sales training, and if you need you to do 50 to 90% of your business come from your website. Owners do not make sense. Your job is to run the business. Your job is to be the face of the business. Your employees will make the same. We're the commercial sign companies. We're located in the light industrial area. We're not, and I repeat, we are not retail sign stores and shopping centers, banner shops, and so on. That is not our business model. Some sign room locations. That's not entirely true. The artwork, the specifications, the color codes come from headquarters in an email sent to all the locations of McDonald's franchisees, for example. They in turn pass that email on to their local sign company of choice, which could be you. We have Signworld owners who work with all of these companies, but none of them on a national basis or a corporate-wide basis. They're only working with the locations in their backyard. You can do the same. Do we see signs today that we didn't see them before? A lot of floor graphics these days. Wall graphics that change every month. Notice the date. More wall graphics. LED lighted signs, lightweight, easy to move around. Outdoor pole signs. Trade show is big these days. Removable outdoor signs, real estate, indoor high-quality canvas-type prints, vehicle wraps, very, very profitable these days. 20 Disneyland buses change them twice a year. Airplanes, no problem. It's a fun business, ladies and gentlemen. Every project is different. Every day is different. That's what keeps you going. We have a discovery day once a month. We have our own bus. Come ride the bus. We usually have about 25 to 35 people. And we go and visit some of our locations. And throughout the day, you'll go face to face with a number of Signworld owners. Okay. Second. All right. Let's start out with our questions, and everybody ready to go? So, Pete, are you with us? Pete, come off of mute.
I am. Thank you. And
go ahead, Pete.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Sure. What is your last name, Pete?
It's Craig Mile. I've been talking to Jack. Matter of fact, I've got a meeting set up with Michael next week. So I appreciate it.
All right. Okay, go ahead, Pete, with your question.
So Jeff, as you ramped up, can you kind of give me an idea? You know, you've been in it for quite a while, but your sales maybe in your first 5 years. Sorry, Jeff on that.
Jeff Miller, what were your gross sales first 5 years? He's digging into his
It's been a long time for him.
He's digging into his fishing box. Go ahead. You're on mute.
You're on mute, Jeff.
Pick up the phone. Jeff, you're on mute. Pick up the handset.
So first year we were at 235,000. Then we did 375,000. Then we did 500,000. Then we did 750,000. Then we did 890, and then we did $1 million. So I think it was about 6 years for you right there. And then every year after that has been 20% plus, or 10 to 20%.
Okay, great.
Lisa Kelly, are you there, Lisa? Hello, Lisa. Come off of mute.
Hello.
Yes,
So I guess the
you have a
logical question would be, either for Jeff or any of the other owners, what kind of profits are you seeing off those gross sales?
On an annualized basis, Jeff Miller, what's your profit margin?
We have a 50% cost of goods, which includes our direct labor and all of our materials. We have about 25% of our top line chases away our expenses, and then the next 25% goes to net income and owner's salary / distribution.
Okay. Scott Proctor, what's your profit margin on an annualized basis?
Last year we netted 30.5% to ourselves.
30.5. Michael Ryan, 2 years in business, what's your profit margin?
You're at 24% this second year.
Jack Warner, 10 years in business, what was your overall profit margin?
Very consistent at 25%.
And I would say that most Signworld owners past their first or second year would say in the range of 25%. Okay, Jim Voss. Jim Voss, are you there? Come off of mute.
I'm here.
Go ahead.
So
Question.
Yeah. So how do you handle the? I understand that you can take business from throughout the nation. How do you handle the market distribution? So if there's two people in Atlanta, for instance.
I'll try to take a shot at that. The chances are you'll never run into it because you have a territory of 3,000 businesses and you're likely only working with 100 of them. And they have a territory of 3,000 businesses and they're likely only working with 100 of them. Between the two of you are, if those of you on the call, if you could mute yourselves, Alicia, maybe, could you mute yourself, Alicia? Thank you.
Yes, I was.
So the chances of running into each other are very, very slim. And if you do, then you just pick up the phone and you talk it out, and whoever needs the job more, talk about it. Jeff Miller, do you compete with your other Signworld owners?
No, I don't think we've ever run even head to head into them ever, and more of on the other side of it where we work together and cooperate and do projects together. And then a lot of times we, coach each other through different vendors and situations locally, with who do you use for this, who do you use for that, supplier-wise.
Okay. Scott Proctor, how about you? You run into the other Signworld owners? Do you compete with them, or is it vice versa?
I don't compete with them at all. Though lately I've been giving to several of them some work that I was too busy to handle.
Okay. And Michael Ryan, your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't compete with any other Signworld owners. Work very closely with one in particular in the area, sharing projects and helping each other out. So.
Okay. And Jack, your thoughts?
You're each going to find your own niche, the types of customers, the types of products you do, and you'll share with each other where that is so that you're not bumping into each other. As you have projects around the country, you'll hire other Signworld owners to be your feet on the ground and coordinate those projects for you.
Very good. Thank you. Bob Kennedy. Bob, do you have a question for us?
Sorry, it took me a minute to get off mute. Michael, you're the newest one in the group. Was your background in this industry or in a different business, or where did you come from to get here?
I spent a little over 20 years in the wireless industry, sales management, towards the end, actually took a couple smaller wireless companies from concept and built them.
Scott Proctor, what did you used to do before Signworld?
I worked 25 years in the beverage industry, sales and marketing. I don't even draw stick people.
Okay. And Jeff Miller, what did you used to do?
I was in sales and business development in the wireless industry as well.
Jack Warner, what did you used to do?
I came from wholesale food distribution. Now, a caution to the people listening to this, we have several Signworld owners that have a sales background, but of the whole population, 90% of our owners have never done sales.
Yes. Most of our owners come from project management type of positions, operations, and so forth. Gail Vendola, are you with us, Gail? Come off of mute.
Yes, I'm with you. How are you?
Go ahead with your question.
I have a couple of questions, so I'm going to pick which one.
Just one.
Maybe for you, Michael, since you're 2 years in. How much money did you put back into the business the first year?
How much money did I
Let me
put
qualify.
back?
Hang on a second, Michael. Do you mean before he took a paycheck, how much money did he have to spend to keep the business afloat over and above the $195,000? Is that your question?
My question is really, did you invest in more after your 195? Did you put more back into the business?
No, I didn't even use the entire 25 operating cash. We broke even month 3. I started taking a paycheck month 7.
Okay.
Scott Proctor, did you have to invest any more money other than your initial investment in the beginning?
No, I was under budget on the startup costs.
Okay. Jeff Miller, your thoughts?
We spent our money, and then we also, as the business grew in that first year, kind of like a high-class problem, we did add more money into it to scale, because of growth, cash flow type of growth.
Jack Warner, your thoughts?
I was within the budget numbers.
Ash D, are you with us, Ash?
Yeah, I am.
What's your last name?
It's Dean.
D-E-A-N? Dean?
E-E-N.
D-E-N, okay. Go ahead, Ash.
I'm okay for now. I'm just listening in. It's my first call, so I'm just starting the process to dig into the company and how it works, and just enjoying listening right now. Thanks.
Okay. Mark Rumford, are you there, Mark?
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead.
Sorry, just unmuted. I'm more interested in, I've heard a lot of the business side of things, and I know you've told a lot of the business numbers. I wanted to hear about a war story from each of you. What was the most memorable job and what were the challenges?
Okay. Let's start with Jeff Miller. Jeff Miller, most memorable job.
Well, I'm going to go with the war story part of it as well. We had, I don't know, is Texas State Brazil national, or is it just local?
It's national. It's national.
So when they first started coming out here in Chicago, we had a job, and if you've ever been in one, it's a very large restaurant. And we had an etched glass vinyl job, and that's that frosted glass that you put on, it's a vinyl you put on glass to make it look like it's etched. And we had to do it after hours, and the building, it was in the middle of the winter, and all of us did it. We were still only about 4 people, and we went like 26 hours straight. And after we were all done, we found out that we didn't have to do it after hours. But it was one of those things. We did it in the dark. We did it in the cold. But we were so happy with it because it was a great accomplishment. Of course, it paid us a lot of money. So that's a memorable one. But there's a lot of high water marks, too.
Scott Proctor, tell us a shorter story, please. A shorter story.
Oh, you know me better than that. Probably my best one is we did a large couple of trade show banners for a trade show north of us, about 3 hours. And a spelling got approved wrong. It got made, delivered made just like it was approved, and then they discovered it after it was up, and my wife drove the 3 hours up there, stripped what needed to be pulled off, and applied herself on the floor of a convention center to correct the problem.
Michael Ryan, short story.
Yeah, probably one of our neatest projects we did is we wrapped a electric powered locomotive, first one manufactured in America.
Congratulations. We'd love to see a picture of that one. Jack Werner, 10 years in the business. Tell us your number.
Graphics on Dave and Buster's games. Every game and every Dave and Buster's location in the country we retrofitted.
I'll tell one short one. I am leaving tonight to go on a cruise, and the ship that I will be on was done by one of our Signworld owners who just retired after 25 years. And the project was $1.1 million worth of signs for this one single cruise ship. And I'm going to have the pleasure of being on that ship for another day from now. So that's a project we're very, very proud of. Okay, Todd Hovey, are you there, Todd? Do you have a question?
Yeah, Ken, I don't know if this has been asked or talked about early on. I got on the audio or on the phone, actually. So I was just wondering about year one revenues for